One of the things that when I'm choreographing a fight I'm very aware of is that I'm making choices about the character, because the moves and what a character does do and what he doesn't do, which is sometimes more important, have to be reflective of not only the scene, but what the character is doing in his own mind in the fight and whatnot. So I'm basically providing the subtext in the moves of the choreography that the actor would normally do himself for his lines. So every time I choreograph a fight for another actor, especially if I'm not able to work with that other actor prior to rehearsing, or if I don't know the other actor at all, which in the case of Highlander was 90% of the time, I'm very aware that I am making artistic decisions for that actor that would not necessarily be his or hers.
I'm here now.
We showed up on the set, and as always, there wasn't really enough time to do what we'd hoped to be able to do. Braun had sketched out, he had some stuff down on paper, but by that point, we had gotten to know each other. He was welcoming my input, both because of my experience and ability, and because I was playing the characters.
One of the aspects of that fight was, because I was working for the first time with Tony DeLongis, I was now working with a guest star who had a tremendous amount of sword experience himself. As a matter of fact, Tony is, of course, a fight choreographer in his own right, and a very good one, too.
When we were filming Blackmail, we got the call from Vancouver in the writer's office saying, this guy's a great sword fighter. Can we change the ending of the episode so that he doesn't die, so the character can come back, be something of a recurring villain, we can have some more great sword fights?
With Tony, I had this wonderful experience of being able to work directly with him to evolve the sword fights, because I could trust him and he could trust me. So I would put the sword up and say, how would you respond to this? He would respond, and then say, well, what's open on me? How would you respond to that? And he would respond, and we would basically just play with each other and evolved the fight between the two of us, just like we did in Duende. So that is a rare privilege to be able to do that.
As Braun likes to put it, he hates when he has to play both parts all the time this way. We used his sort of scenario or his template, and then we evolved things that I could bring my knowledge to it, and Adrian would have his input as well.
Tony will bring moves to a fight scene that I might not have considered, or that in the odd case I don't even know myself. Because as a fight choreographer, I am very aware of how much I don't know still. It also ensured that the fight was more character-based. And of course, Adrian will change the occasional move himself, not just because I move differently than him, but because who knows the character of MacLeod better. In Blackmail, it was the first time I was able to work with an actor who was so expert with the sword that we were able to collaborate with the choreography rather than just my doing the fight and saying, here are the moves, can you do them? And how much do we have to tweak them so that you can?
In this particular instance, we decided the fight would start in the living room and then move through the glass house and then kind of climax out at the pool. What he did inform me of, though, when we were first starting was the special effects guys have already rigged this television and this bookcase, so this furniture must die. And so part of our choreography, not only, you're always trying to reveal character and drive the story forward. Otherwise, it's just kind of a lot of gymnastics and fancy moves. We also had to kill this furniture because it had been paid for and rigged.
This was a fight that took 2 days to film because of its length and complexity. But I think artistically, it was a much more satisfying experience, both for myself as a choreographer and I think for the overall visual of the fight, because so many other elements were brought to it that would not, under normal circumstances, have been available to us.
Go!